Merci. Alors, ce que je vous propose, dans un premier temps, c'est de parler des régions polaires. Mon premier métier, c'était de travailler. I work as a guide, specialized on the adventure for a travel agency in France, in Paris. And I used to go in Greenland, in North Canada, in Spitsbergen. I don't know if you know where is Spitsbergen, for example. It's north of Norway. It's the Arctic area where we can find for sure ice, polar bear, all the fauna we can find in the Arctic. My work was to bring people for 2 or 3 weeks, mostly French people, to bring them with kayaking. We were kayaking in the fjords, in the wilderness. So we have to live, to go with our own equipment and food, stove, tents, and we go really into the wilderness. And it's to experience this wilderness and the nature that the people come up there. From this, after many days, many years of practicing, especially in because we can kayaking when the water is open and the winter time it's frozen. So I got an experience of those areas, and I felt the climate changing. We cannot organize now the expeditions we could organize 20 years ago because the climate changes very fast, almost 2 or 3 times faster than in Europe. That's the reason when you go for skiing in springtime, in March or April, you cannot go anymore because you can go through the ice sometimes. The water can be still really cold, and it's dangerous. So now, even in Greenland, 20 years ago, it was possible to go with mushers, with the local mushers, the Greenlandic people. They had dogs and sledge, and we can go on the sea, on the ice field. Now we cannot do that anymore. We go with the sledge in the mountains, the valley, but on the ground, not on the sea, because it's too dangerous, because the sea doesn't freeze anymore. And that's the touristic activities that's changed. And it's difficult because when I go myself for my last expedition in winter time, it was very close to the Greenland. I can show you this without the map. Greenland here. I've been many times over there. First I was South Greenland, where it was the place where the Vikings settled 1,000 years ago. And I went in this area. It's a Disco Bay. And Disco Bay is the most famous place in Greenland because it's the best, the only place you can find tourists on boat. And next I went to the east coast, and there's a small city here. It's a big point in the red point here, but actually it's only 800 people are living here. It's called Storasbysund or Itokortorvik in Greenlandish language. And this place is one of the colder places in the world. But last time when I went, the hunters told me they took their boat for seal hunting. Usually they took the bird sledding. It was in February. They found the open sea. And next, that means that the climate change is that fast that the water coming from the Gulf Stream here, they are supposed to go close to the Scandinavia, so close to Greenland, to Norway. But now that we don't find enough cold water now, so now the Gulf Stream come up on come west. So now the Gulf Stream touch the Greenland coast. That makes the ice coming from north, that makes the ice melt, and so the sea doesn't freeze anymore in winter time. And it's very snowy. Usually it's dry. It's climate very dry because it's very cold. No, it's not that cold, so you cannot really go in expedition because you have to pull your sledge. We call the sledge we pull in expedition or ski expedition, pulka. And we have all of the stuff is in the pulka, but you cannot go because you have the snow is too thick. You can go, but it takes very, very long time. So you cannot organize an expedition you want to do. I can show you now some pictures. Je vais vous montrer à présent des images qu'on a fait il y a quelques années sur la côte est du Groenland.